first of all, huge apology for, I know I said it was going to be either Monday or Tuesday for What the Football, but yeah, given what happened on Monday, I don't know, there's kind of more important things to sort of worry about, really, wasn't there, with the whole plane crash in Colombia, I believe it was. Yeah, so, you know, as soon as I read that, it was a case of what's the point? You know, I know life goes on and all that, but in that moment, I don't know, it's kind of, after reading it, it sapped the sort of, you know, sapped the enjoyment out of it, which it was a little bit of a shame, because obviously it was an epic week in the Premier League, it really was. But I don't know, it was kind of a whole respect thing to sort of go along with it, you know. And that's the sort of person I am, you know. I felt that it was a pointless thing to do, given what had happened there. And here's me going to be blabbing about the Premier League. You know, it just didn't seem right. Kind of seemed unfair as well. But obviously we're going to have a minute's silence at the weekend, announced by FIFA, and rightfully so as well. Black armbands to be worn. It just... before we get on to the preview, how can people move on from something that big? Almost an entire team gone. You know, it was some horrifying news to read, and then when you hear the air traffic control leaked recording as well, you just think, wow. And you know, I believe it was 5 or 6 survivors, maybe 7. I don't know. There's different news stories saying different amounts, but to those ones that did luckily survive, obviously I know probably no one's going to watch this from Brazil, but from me, heart goes out to you, and hopefully you'll have a full speedy recovery. I know the goalkeeper from, I believe they're pronounced Chapecoense, I think it's pronounced. Don't quote me on that. I believe the goalkeeper's had to have one of his legs amputated and potentially his other foot as well. But still, speedy recovery to everyone that has survived. Yeah, it was an eye opener, you know. I mean, what was it? It was the Munich air disaster was really the last one. Or the Munich disaster, sorry. It's a long time ago as well, and you just think, wow. It saps all the excitement out of football, and rightfully so as well. And it's no disrespect, because obviously they can't help what happened. Nobody can help what happened. Well, the pilots could have helped what happened. That is evident now, but it sapped the enjoyment out of it, didn't it? It really did. And you know that this weekend, it's one of those ones with the whole Bradley Lowry thing as a Sunderland fan. But for worldwide, it's kind of football doesn't really matter this weekend, does it? It's all about showing respect. But there is a positive that has come out of it, if you call it positive. The top 3 clubs in Brazil have offered to loan players until the end of the season. They will foot the bill as well, from what I've read. And also the team that are going to play in the final of this South American Cup have also offered to forfeit the final so that they were to win as well. Which I think they are nice touches as well. So, you know, out of tragedy there does come some sort of silver lining, I guess you could say. But I'm going to move on quickly to the Premier League. Okay. Heart goes out to everyone. So, Sunderland versus Leicester. Leicester have had a torrid season this season, haven't they? You know, you wouldn't think that they were the Premier League champions last season. We all expected it. Granted, I was expecting them to probably be in a relegation battle, to be fair, but I don't think it's going to happen this season. You know, when I looked at it at the end of last season when they won, I thought, oh, okay, you know, they could be battling for Europa League or Champions League. I don't ever think they're going to get that far this season. They've had a torrid time with the results. The long ball game is just not working. It really isn't working. You know, but of course against Sunderland, who can't defend almost for crap lately. Well, not lately. Lately they've been doing pretty well, but at the start of the season, yeah, they couldn't defend for crap. These long balls hopefully should fall right into Sunderland's hands for counter-attacking. which could be interesting to see, that's for sure. But let's not forget, Leicester were Premier League champions last season for a damn reason, a bloody good damn reason. Team unity. You know, a lot of people say team spirit. No, the unity, the links with that club are unreal. As soon as N'Golo Kante bugs off, everything's gone to crap. It really has. It's gone downhill. So much so they were even lucky to draw against Middlesbrough last weekend. Lucky to draw against Middlesbrough. No offence, Middlesbrough fans, because I know you've had a bit of a torrid time lately. But you know, to say lucky to draw against Middlesbrough, the Premier League champions, it's unbelievable to say, isn't it? It really is. But moving on, Sunderland obviously, you know, late goals again against Liverpool. It can be expected against a big club. That can be forgiven just about. But ideally, this is another Bournemouth or Hull City style game for Sunderland. I'm not saying Leicester have gone absolutely terrible, because they are still winning a few games, but they're not as good as they were last season. This is where Sunderland can capitalise on it. So it's going to be interesting to watch. Obviously, the main man to watch is going to be the strength and power of Victor Anichebe here, because if he can really battle against that defence and slip Defoe through, Defoe's going to be probably end up having a double bloody hat-trick or triple hat-trick if Anichebe can use his strength pretty well to hold up play and feed Defoe through. Who's going to be the pre-bell end? It could be Jamie Vardy, because this whole long ball situation, I don't think it's going to work for him. The likes of O'Shea and Kone, they're going to pick up on it. Everyone's picked up on Leicester's tactics. They're still using the same tactics they used last season, and it's not working. The only way they could really score is from decent open play passing. That hasn't really happened too much this season for Leicester, though, which is an unfortunate thing. Which is an unfortunate thing for them, but fortunate for Sunderland, hopefully. So yeah, my prediction: I'm going to say Sunderland could do one here, and I'm going to say they could win 2-1. I don't think it's going to be easy. I think Leicester they're going to be a bit up for it, but I do think it's going to be a relatively even and tight game, because I don't think Leicester are going to run away with it like they did last season. So anyway, guys, that's my predictions. As always, leave your comments below, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and my final point here, because of what I've discussed at the start of the video, okay, there will be no adverts on here. I'm not like that. I'm not gonna, make money off somebody else's misery. I didn't do it with the Bradley Lowry videos, those two videos, and I'm not gonna do it for this one. And if I mention it in the FW video, then there'll be no adverts to that either. It's as simple as that. I'm not that sort of person. I'm not heartless. I'm not brain dead. Okay. So it just won't happen. It will not happen. All right. So anyway, if you got the game, enjoy the game. Remember the minute's silence. Good mark of respect must be shown. That's for sure. It's been a bit of a horrible week for football in general. Obviously, the other subject I'm sure we all know about is about the whole abuse situation that's been happening. It's been a torrid week for football. It really has. So let's hope next week we can hopefully start to move on from that. So I'm out of here. Oh, final whistle, blimey. Be out on Sunday. Let's just hope we can get a win.